Whatever. I am gonna hit record. I'm stupidly late. Apparently, I didn't save after I did the initial save at the end of of the last stream. What the hell? Oh my god. I guess I could have just held off on doing that, but whatever. At least now that we've gotten out of that. Oh, I won't want that. So, we went over this at the end of the last stream, so that's why I'm just skipping past it all. Because I wanted to do, Hyrax, or... Apparently, I did indeed forget to save. Thankfully, the save was not too far, because it was literally just, oh hey, let's... Wait, hang on. Oh, I did one of the doors after we got Chloe, didn't I? Yeah, I thought I did. That was the thing, Ingraxor. I thought I did, but it turns out I did not. So, all right. I know we didn't move on to the third thing. And then, oh yeah, no, I went and got, I went and got, whatchamacallit. Also, shut the fuck up, Josette. I am very likely to start giving negatives to Josette, because, like, oh my god, just everything.
Together now.
Everything about Josette pisses me off. Even a gameplay. Oh, shit, you're right. God, you're right, Braxor. Oh my god, Alex. God damn it, stop forgetting the autosaves. Oh my god, Braxor is absolutely 100% correct. Also, well, that's more of a ding at me this morning, Raxor, because I just woke up. Like, not even an hour ago I woke up. And my stream literally started 3 minutes ago, or 5 minutes ago, so... Yeah. Yeah, I I have no excuse. Let's load this file. Autosaves! They are awesome! I'm blaming myself, Raxor. I know you're not blaming me. I know you're not. I know you're not a dick. You're not. And I'm apparently not that big of a dick. Oh, I've got a story. I've got a story to say now. While I order some breakfast, let's have some music playing while I do this. So, I got called in for an extra shift at the Sev just right there because, you know, it's the only one I can get to go work. I mean, technically there's the one over there, but, or no, that way. Sorry, let me point in the right direction. But anyways, not the point. Not the point. So I was working that shift, and, you know, I come out for my break, and so this lady decides to order potato wedges, and so my coworker is cooking those up. Okay, cool. Everything's all good. She's ecstatic that we're making her wedges. Because apparently, the sevs that are closer to her, because she lives, a province over, actively refuse to cook her wedges. Even going so far as to say, we're not trained to cook wedges. Ignoring, of course, the fact that we were cooking her wedges. That was my reaction, Raxor. I was like, what? Like, so not only did this one Sev guy apparently lie to this poor lady, but he was a dick about it, because he actually doubled down on his story, and even goes so far as to say, apparently, and I quote, "I fucking told you we weren't trained to do cook wedges." What? Oh my god. Oh. Like, oh. I just was like, wow. I even told her, like, I even said out loud to her, I was like, I thought I was a jerk sometimes, but damn, like, what? I was like, I just looked at that and I was like, what? Hey. So I throw up my hands at that point, like, oof. Ugh. Anyways. Oh. I guess that answers that question. Okay. But yeah, no, oh, I was sitting in front of the... God damn it, Alex. Just, god damn it. So let's get to something less stupid. Imagine if I hadn't been able to stream yesterday. Imagine that for a minute, because keep in mind, that would mean we'd be doing Joe's set store today. Yeah, we'd probably just be progressing the store or the main story until we got Chloe and Joshua. I mean, actually, okay, I'm being silly at this point. Like, but yeah, no. that just would have. I still have to look at that and go, huh? That still just makes me go, what? I'm gonna order some food. Give me a second here. And then we will present the boy with eyes of Emperor, and the only woman other than the one he loves, who deserves to actually have all of the sex with him. And that is a statement I will stand behind. Of all the potential romance options, if I had to pair Joshua with somebody other than Estelle, Chloe. Easy answer. Like, I don't even have to think about that kind of an answer. And I've actually thought about it. What's funny is I've actually thought about it, which is funny because in the case of, say, Lloyd, oh, it's a simple answer because I don't agree with the canon pairing. You're more Chloe Lecter? Oh, fair enough. Again, I'm not, you know, I actually don't blame you on that, because Lecter is a good choice. Although there is an alternate pairing for Lecter too that we can easily go with, and that's I forget her name because I am fucking terrible. Don't like that's not who I was thinking of. I would say that's more of just his like modus operandi more so than his romance. Hence, but yes, Ellie is a pathetic barrier that I'm kind of sick of Lloyd trying to get in instead of over. Sorry, that was a bad joke. Even as I was saying that, that joke was just falling apart. But yeah, no, I'm Lloyd Risha. I am Lloyd Risha. Risha. That is the camp I'm firmly in. In. The Crossbell arc, Lloyd and Risha is my OTP. Past that, I'd have to actually think about it, to be honest with you. Even though, I mean, they kind of tease the whole Lloyd has a harem thing, and it's just kind of like, really, guys? But yeah, no, for me, I just think Risha just fits, just absolutely fits. Hell, it would actually help to explain why Risha in the Calvert arc is working with Hayway so readily, I would argue. But yeah. But I'm trying to think of other pairings. Obviously, I'm Van Elaine. I mean, that one I don't even need to think about for even a millisecond. My preferred pairing with Van is Elaine. I think their dynamic just works too well, and Anya. Okay, let me actually explain it, because it's actually not the squick factor of Van and Agnes that makes me kind of veer away from those two as a pair. I like Agnes as his assistant, not his lover. I feel like the lover dynamic doesn't really work with Van and Agnes. I don't think it works. I honestly feel like I think Van and Agnes work better as the superior underling kind of relationship that Reese treats Kevin as for a decent chunk of Sky 3 here. That's the dynamic that I think works with them. It works with Van and Agnes better, my opinion. And then past that with the Calvert arc, I really don't have any other pairings that I can really think of off the top of my head. I mean, okay, I guess there's the joking answer I could say of Judith and Nina, but that almost feels like cheating. Not as a romance pairing, Raxor. Not as a romance pairing. Not. No. Those two shouldn't be banging. They should be working with each other. Other is my point there. And again, and it's not the squick. As I said, it's not the squick of their ages that makes me go. No, it's literally. I think them being business partners works better than them being lovers. Yeah. So and then yeah, past that, it's just like, eh. Yeah, yeah, no, I agree. I absolutely agree. Hell, there's only one like faculty student relationship I have ever seen as like not really at all kind of even remotely eyebrow raising. And that's Byleth with any of the students from Garrick Mach Monastery. In Fire Emblem Three Houses. And the reason for that is Byleth at the start of that game is only 21 years old. Like, everything within the narrative suggests that Byleth's age is 21 years old. Old. Which means, now granted, the ages are fucking ridiculous and extremely Japanese. He's in some cases. In fact, just to prove my point, I'm actually going to do something. I'm actually going to show off what I mean by the stupidity of the ages. Because there's one character in particular that just makes me facepalm every time I see her official age. Actually, before I put my foot in my mouth, let me actually confirm that I'm not mistaking it. Before I Okay. Come on. Oh. That was not what I wanted. Oh, there we go. Bioinfo. Biological info. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. I fully agree. Fandom is terrible now. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. I am not turning off ad blocker for you, fandom. Fuck off. And yes, that is indeed. I did get it correct. There we go. Okay, do I have a not? Do I have? Did I put? Or the better question is, did I put an official thing in here, or was it all just? No, it was all just fan art. Okay, that means I am going to need to grab this. So, this is the character of Petra from Fire Emblem. Okay? What age would you say this character is? Because I know, Rexor, you don't really play Fire Emblem, so. Fire Emblem in general and Three Houses in specific. If you were to guess, what would you say her age is? 16, really? Huh. Well, I suppose it was. I suppose it was a leading question because I said ridiculous age, and yeah, because anime. Yeah, she's 15. This character looks like that and is 15. Yeah, needless to say, in my setting, I reject that idea. Yeah, she is the same age as Edelgard in my setting, for the record. Edelgard, for the record, is 18 pre-time skip. Yeah. And it kind of is one of those things where I'm just like, really? Really with that one? That one ticked me off. Especially, okay, there's a worse one, actually. Actually, because I think the reason why it pisses me off is actually because of another character. Heather. So I'm going to make sure I'm not talking out of my ass with her. Give me a second. Oh my god, fandom! Come on! Fuck! Oh my god, you are terrible, fandom. There we go. Because then there's another character who is actually older, and in my opinion, it doesn't look like it. Because when I think a 15-year-old, there's my image thing. Because when I think of 13-year-old or a 15-year-old, this is what I think of. Birdie here is 18. 17 to 18. Whereas Petra is 15 to 60. It's like, reverse those. Come on. What the hell, Fire Emblem? But yeah. I know that's a weird thing to get hung up on, but yeah. Ugh. Anyways, enough of that crap. But yeah, no. Agnes and Van, business partners more so than anything. So, I used to be pro Swin and Nadia, and then Daybreak 2 happened and made me fucking hate Swin. So I don't give a shit. If Nadia wants to spread for that fucker, let her. Alright. You know what? I will go ahead and say that it is Trail, so more than likely I'm just going to be saying I hate Daybreak 2 Swin going forward. Much like the way I say I hate Sky 1 Agate. Because Beyond the Horizon is coming up, and that by everything I've seen, that looks cool. So we'll see. But if he has but if his role is basically a nothing burger, well, I shouldn't say Reverie was a nothing burger, but if his role is not as significant, kind of like it was in Reverie, where he was just kind of there for a lot of it, yeah. Because I'm sorry, there's a reason why they call it the C route and not the Swin and Nadia route out in Reverie. But anyways. Oh, wow. So Reen and Kevin only eat up 20% of the narrative? Interesting. Which makes sense. And Horizon is, well, 20 each, 40 combined. Yeah. So, said that wrong. Done. But yeah, no. But yeah, no. That makes sense that Van would have the majority share of screen time for Horizon, because Horizon is basically Kuro 3. It is basically Daybreak 3. Let's just be real. It is Daybreak 3. In the same vein that Reverie, in many ways, was kind of Cold Steel 5 when you think about it. Well, yeah, like I said though, Reverie even then was kind of mostly Cold Steel 5, considering how important Cold Steel characters were to that narrative. Right? Reen had significant amounts of character development. That whole thing was Rufus's redemption arc. You know, the whole 9 yards. Because as I bitched about at nauseating length in Reverie, the SSS got fucked by that narrative. In the ass with a rusty cheese grater attached to a jackhammer. Oh, wow. Kevin was shoehorned into Horizon? Ouch. That's... Oof. That sounds like they did Kevin dirty. But in a done dirty in a Trails way, which is still better than 99% of the time when somebody says that a character was done dirty. Like, for all of my bitching about Daybreak 2, and how much it did Swin dirty, Swin was the only one who kind of got completely fucked over by that narrative, if I'm remembering correctly. I mean, hell, my favorite example of that is still Elaine. Elaine was just kind of like, okay, I didn't like you in Daybreak 1, and then Daybreak 2, it was just like, yeesh. Oh, did I write down the Dead Meat Awards for it here? Let's see. Oh, I did. Yeah. My favorite example is Elaine. She went from, I don't much care for you, Elaine, to Crimson Flower Ward, aka Best Waifu. A statement I stand behind, for the record. And Elaine is fucking amazing in Daybreak 2. Like, damn. Anyways, actually, I should AFK and go get myself some Pepsi. I will be right back. And then we'll finally open the door. Yeah, I don't blame you on that one, Raxor. She definitely had a character glow up, I would argue. Not to the same extent as Agate. Because I didn't hate Elaine. I didn't hate Elaine. I just was like, she just kind of annoyed me in one part of Daybreak 1. So, anywho, now with my breakfast finally ordered, because I've been sitting on it for way too long, let's finally open the door, shall we? So grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. Quit it! Fuck. Ugh. Freaking cat. Alright. Breaking news. Liberal News special issue. The Flying City falls. Oh, Liberal is safe once more. Glory to the young bracers who saved us all from crisis. Featured story. The Liber Arc collapses. Enigmatic object gone in a flash. The mysterious structure that appeared last month over Valeria Lake disappeared as suddenly as it came, collapsing loudly in a giant mountain of rubble into the lake. Many of our readers may have witnessed the moment for themselves, but it seems it was visible not only from Liberl, but from the southern edge of the Empire, and from Calvert as well. I mean, considering how fucking huge the Liber Arc is, I would be astonished if no one in, like, at least Parm could fucking see it. Yet. And then Calvert, I forget what. No, I should have a map. Hang on. I should have a map. Give me a second. Because Raxor gave me a Trails map. Zemuria map. I'm pretty sure you sent me a map of Zemuria at one point. No. I lost it. Are you kidding me? You son of a... Hang on. Maybe I put it in a... Oh my god. Come on. Oh, yeah, I guess I could just do that. Okay. Well, to Discord then. Then to Discord I go. There it is. All right. Oh, you know what it is? I think I saved it on my phone, but I didn't transfer it over to my computer. Okay. All right. Where are you, liberal? There we go. There's the Republic of Calvert. Oh. Okay, that's more impressive. As if that the Liberal Arc's collapse could be seen from Calvert. Because according to this map Raxor provided me, the closest city, if I'm looking at this right, is either no, yeah, it looks like Basel. Basel and Lomport are like the two cities that are the closest. So if either of those it could be seen from, that's impressive. Anywho, many of our readers may have witnessed the moment for them. Yes. A small minority argued that the structure may have been a new weapon in belonging to the Royal Army, but this turn of events seems to be conclusively rule out the possibility. The collapse of the Liber Arc also caused a 2 arc high tsunami around the edges of the lake, but so far there have been no reports of serious injuries, fatalities, or missing persons as a result of this. Yes. The worst that seems to have been reported is a number of unfortunate fishermen who were unable to escape in time, getting covered in water. Okay, that is impressive. I will admit that is impressive. As if that's all that happened. Hmm. Yeah, that never bugged me. Hell, I was actually praising that whole thing because of the way it was handled. Okay, spoilers for Reverie because I just realized something. They foreshadowed the destruction of the retributive tower, and they did it through character design. C2's mask. Well, it is nowhere near a 1-to-1. Both C's masks are kind of funny. Yeah. Hey, but yeah, no, that whole thing, they play, they literally played it. I mean, the whole time before we find out the second C's identity, we are literally having him be a freaking chess master. Nadia even calls him out on that, like, "Oh, you're quite the chess master, boss." Us. And even I'll just go ahead and say it. And even Rufus was just like, yes, kind of like and all this, and it's like, oh, and don't. I love how Nadia's just in that one scene is just like, oh, don't mistake this for a schoolgirl crush. I already have the love of my life, and Rufus just can't help but rib her and be like, too bad he sees you as nothing more than a little sister. And Nadia's just like, oh, of course you fucking noticed. That was great. The interactions. Okay, I dog on Daybreak 2, Swin and Daybreak 2, but during Reverie, their dynamic is amazing. I mean, their dynamic is amazing. It's hilarious. Anyways, moving on. What was the Liber Arc? According to an investigation by the Royal Guard and Bracer Guild, it was a flying city from ancient Cimmerian times. How exactly it came to be above Valeria Lake to begin with, or what caused the collapse, remains to be confirmed, but appears to be without a doubt that the international crime syndicate, known as the Society, was somehow involved. Involved. While this has yet to be officially confirmed, reports suggest that an investigation team in the city encountered a group of Crimson soldiers there, supporting the above theory. This place is just one mystery after another, but we can't let those guys get away with any more than they've already done," said a member of the team. Furthermore, Zeiss Central Factory and the Royal Army are planning to continue investigating the Liber Arc, and to this end will be launching a combined salvage operation. Recovering from the shutdown. Around the time of the Liber Arc's collapse, the orbital shutdown phenomenon that tormented the whole of the country finally ceased. As a result, many now believe that the city caused the phenomenon, but no conclusive proof has been established, and we can only await further research into the issue. Thoughts. The orbital shutdown phenomenon and the chaos that was created as a result have been a sobering reminder of just how dependent all of us are on orbits in our daily lives. Perhaps something similar may never happen again, but this is still a good opportunity to reflect on just how much we owe to orbits, and perhaps to try and reduce our reliance on them. Politics. Crown Princess Claudia's been busy. As previously reported, Her Highness Princess Claudia is now the nation's crown princess. As a result, we will be referring to her as such in all publications moving forward. Crown Princess Claudia wasted no time assuming her position in meeting with Prince Olivert of the Erebonian Empire, and together they reconfirmed our two nations' relationship with one another. Because both of them actually understand that a friendship between Liberal and Erebonia will keep certain aspects of the Erebonian government in check, like a certain conquest happy blood and iron chancellor. Her, I mean, he literally needs to pull out a septarian in order to really fuck with that. So there's that. Anyways, after the discussions, they both boarded the Arce together. It's widely expected that this meeting will contribute to ensuring peaceful relations with Erebonia in the future. Presumably when the aforementioned Blood and Iron Chancellor is finally taken out of the picture. In addition, the pair plan to both be in attendance in the upcoming banquet to be held at Grandsell Castle. We will bring you all the latest on that in due time. Closing thoughts. As you all know, our homeland of Liberal has fallen victim to a vast number of calamities over the past year. There was the coup d'etat, the bizarre changes at the Tetracyclic Towers, coming under the assault of an ancient dragon, our capital being attacked, and finally the Liberarch's appearance as already discussed in this very issue. What you may not know, however, is that there is a group of young men and women who were involved in the resolution of all of these crises, their steel-like will and unyielding determination leading them to their conclusions. If not for them, these crises may not have been resolved or taken a turn for the worse. I would like to take this opportunity to thank them all for what they've done for us. Thank you. You are truly the nation's great hope. Running late there, Niall? What's taking you so long, Dorothy? Get a move on or I'm gonna leave you behind. Wait for me. No time for waiting. If we take much longer, the banquet's gonna start without us. We're talking about a big celebration held by the Queen here. Being late isn't an option. But I'm so hungry. I can't walk another step. I have a horrible feeling I know what's going on here. You skipped lunch so you could eat more at the banquet, didn't you? I didn't even eat breakfast. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday. Going 30 hours without eating is making me feel all kinds of lightheaded. What the hell were you thinking? I can't move. Carry me. Hell no. Come on, we're going. I mean, there's no way we can miss an occasion like this. There's going to be 80 knows how many famous people there. First on the agenda is snapping a photo of Her Majesty and the Crown Princess, and then... Huh? This actually isn't so bad. Ugh. Whoop, I missed that. Thanks to the efforts of everyone and many others, all is well. This humble banquet is intended to be an occasion to celebrate that fact, as well as to honor all those who contributed to making it a reality. If you would, Claudia? Of course. All those invited to today's party contributed in one way or another to protecting the peace of Liberl by ending the peril that we were faced with. Whether it was extending a helping hand to those in need or working to fight off threats that instilled fear in the hearts of our people. As this country's future monarch, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you all very much. Holding this party is nothing compared to all you have done, but we just made it! Phew, we're finally here. Food! Give me food! What the hell are you doing? Eating can wait. You got pictures to take. Crown Princess's speech might be finishing soon. Okay. Well, I do hope you all enjoy your time here. I am sure you are all busy men and women, burdened by a great many responsibilities and concerns. But today I would ask that you all cast those aside in order to rest, relax, and enjoy yourselves. The food on offer here is some of the finest in Liberl, so by all means partake until you can no more. And may the goddess bless this nation. Chloe really is something else, huh? I'm not sure I could dress super nice, get up in front of a crowd like this, and make a big speech the way she just did. Yeah, she is. She said she wasn't feeling confident about how she'd do as Crown Princess before. Oh yeah, I should point out, this is the first dialogue you're able to get from Estelle, by the way. Hey. Like, this is the first time it is physically possible to have dialogue from Estelle. But from where I'm standing, she's doing just fine. Seeing her is making me kind of jealous, though. I wish I could pull off fancy dresses the way she does. You got something to say, mister? Oh, it's nothing. You're just not all that girly most of the time, so it always takes me by surprise is when you suddenly are. What do you mean I'm not girly? Sure, lately we've been so busy with helping get Liberl back in shape, so I haven't had time to go back home. But that doesn't mean I don't want to wear a pretty dress or something once in a while, you know. Oh, I know. Still, it really is surprising just how much you've grown even in these past few weeks. Have? Well, it's been pretty tough running up and down in the country so much, but you've kept up with ease, and your judgments as a bracer are getting more spot on with every decision you make. Fancy dress or not, I think you're a pretty wonderful person, Estelle. I don't know why, but it's weird hearing you pile on the compliments so much. What can I say? Hey, I'm glad that things seem to have finally calmed down a bit on the work front these past few days. The capital might not be entirely the way it was, but it's getting there. I think we can finally afford to take a breather. Yeah. Oh, look! Look at all that food! The chefs in the castle supposedly made it the entire spread, too. I shoved you off last time because you dug your claws into my shoulder. Be careful with that. There's no way I'm missing out on this. I didn't get to enjoy the food back during the birthday festivities, so now's my time to pig out big time. I'm gonna eat until I barf. Stay right here, okay? I'm gonna go scope out the goods. I spy a Tita. She might have grown in some areas, but she's still got a ways to go in others. Hey, look. Look, how you doing, Joshua? Estelle not here with you? She's just went to get food a second ago. No, actually. Okay, what is this TikTok that Raxor, Oh. The what? Hit compilation. Okay, I'm gonna wait for it to play out before I pop in the thing. This is all from the remake. Yeah, that pretty much sums up my reaction to the localization of the Sky One remake. Ow. That was too loud in my ear. Yeah, that's my reaction to the localization of the Sky One remake. What? Just at nauseating length. That is a weird path you're taking. Are you two here for work or fun? More work than fun? Bingo. There aren't many occasions where this many famous faces are gathered in one place. There's no way we could pass up the chance to come and score some interviews. Don't think you're getting out of here without answering some questions either. We'll get to you two later. So, no going home until you've spoken to us, alright? Alright. Great, next up, the Crown Princess. Hop to it, Dorothy. I can't go on. I need something to eat. Let me have something to eat. Not until we're done. Questions to ask, photos to take. I mean, you could just let her have a quick bite. Hey, you don't let her pig out, but you can still. But you can still let her have something. Ugh. He's even more fired up today than usual. I wonder how Estelle's doing. Engaging in the only fucking writing that one of only two things that the writing of Josette does in this game. So much for scoping out the food. I suppose this is as good a chance as any. I owe a lot of people here on a personal level, too. Maybe I should go around and thank them while I have the chance. So, when are you coming? Hold on, I haven't even... Oh, Joshua. Oh yeah, first time Agate's on screen, by the way. First time Agate is physically capable of being on screen, by the way. Hey, while we're on the subject. A lot of interesting firsts in this one. Oh, it's right in front of me. Just gonna have that on standby. Hey man, been making the rounds? Something like that, yeah. Anything interesting going on with you? Sort of. Agate said he was going to come over for dinner in Zeiss a while back, so I was just asking him when he's free. Oh man, oh that's right, so he did. When we were getting off the Arce, right? I didn't really mean it, though. It was just one of those things you say in passing, but don't give much thought to. I ain't exactly swimming in free time, you know. Being a bracer's busy work. I'd like to go, sure, but I'm got no idea if I'll actually have the time to do it. But I've been looking forward to you coming over ever since. Okay. Let me think. I don't know if I should count that as a click. Maybe the end of the month? That should be okay. I think that Friday's free? Think? Really? Is that a promise? Yeah, I guess. I love that. Alright, we're gonna scribble that down. Okay, I kinda like that. So what kind of dishes do you like? Any old set of groceries I can shove down my neck is fine by me. Nothing special at all? Well, I think I'd better leave them alone for now. I wouldn't want to get in their way. Hi, Professor Russell. Oh, Joshua, it's been a long time since I last saw you. It's good to see you too, Professor. Although, speaking of the last time, I heard there's a plan in motion to pull up the Liber Ark from the lake to investigate it. You heard right. It'll be carried out in conjunction with the Royal Army. That's not to say it'll be easy, of course. Valerius Lake is fairly deep, so we can't start hauling up bits of the city all willy-nilly. So, we're intending to work on making a map of the lake's bottom using sonar first, which is going to take quite some time as it is. You want to talk to... I wish it hadn't collapsed all of a sudden like that to begin with. And if I'd had one more hour, I could have taken a research sample too. Ah, well, there's no point in lamenting what you can't do anything about. I'll just have to make do with what I've got. Yeah, especially considering that would have screwed over everything everywhere there if Weissman had been allowed to keep going for another hour. Hello, Colonel Richard. You were able to make it, Richard? Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's generosity, yes. I've received an official pardon from Her Majesty for my actions. Probably for foiling the Society's attack on Grancel, right? That's good news. I'm happy for you. I wish I could say the same, but I don't feel as though I deserve to be pardoned at all. Now that the nation is at peace, I feel this is the time I should be facing up to my crimes, not having them swept under the rug. I can't say I don't understand, but still... Please, Joshua, you needn't look so concerned. I have no intention of refusing Her Majesty's kindness or going against her will. No, I'm just going to make up for it in my own way. I merely feel a strong desire to settle things within myself, and I fully intend on following through. That is all. Alright then. Oh, I wasn't expecting to find you here. Still, thank you very much for your support during the attack on Grancel. It really did help us all. No, please, I only did what I did because it was one of His Excellency's bail conditions. Make no mistake, I wouldn't have helped any of you worthless dregs otherwise. You wouldn't think it would be so hard to accept a thank you. In answer to the question of why I hate Amalthea so much, there's your answer. All Joshua said was, thank you, and I didn't do it for you. I'm a bitch. I presume your business here is finished, then kindly be gone. You'll get in His Excellency's way staying around here. Fuck off. Fuck off, Amalthea. Vita, could you do me a favor? Just despite this simping bitch. Anyways. Thanks to Brigadier General Bright's mercy, I was able to receive a full pardon for my actions, but I still feel as though I need to settle things within myself after what I did. There's a crack ship if I've ever seen one. I kind of just was. I mostly was just talking out my butt for that one, I'll admit. We'll save you for last. We'll save you two for second last. We'll go with General Morgan next. We'll get the army people. Oh, it's you. I've heard you've been lending a hand. Oh, no, I shouldn't. I shouldn't have him talk like that. Oh, it's you. I've heard you've been lending a hand to the restoration efforts in addition to all you did with the Liberarch. You have my thanks. You're quite welcome, sir. I wasn't expecting him to thank me. I wonder if something happened. Yeah, he actually became an actual fucking character instead of a fucking moron. And that's what happened, Joshua. The Bracer Guild has helped us in a number of ways recently. You have my thanks. Holy shit! Case in point! He literally just said, "Oh yeah, the Bracer Guild has helped us. It has helped us quite a bit lately. Thanks." Wow, cool. Greetings, Joshua. I'd like to take this chance to thank you again for all you did to thwart Ouroboros' schemes and return peace to Liberl. The debt of gratitude we owe is beyond measure. Please, you're exaggerating, sir. We might have been the ones who entered the Liberarch, but we wouldn't have had a chance of success if we were on our own. It was only because of you, Richard, Kurt, and the others fighting on the ground that we were able to succeed. We could certainly say the same of you, though. Although it is true that none of us could have brought about peace alone. Still, I've been wanting the chance to thank you personally for all you did. The faith we had in you to see your work through to the end was just what we needed to fight. I'm not usually one for praying, but even I found myself looking to the goddess when the Liberarch started collapsing. I'm so relieved you all came back to us unharmed. This is some party, huh? I don't think you'll find a banquet with a guest list quite like this anymore. Anywhere. I used to be a businessman, so I've been to my fair share of occasions like this, but I've never been to any with this many famous people in attendance. Oh, Joshua, it's been quite some time since I last saw you. It has. I didn't know you were here, Mayor Klaus. The mayors of each of Liberl's cities and towns were invited, I believe. I'm not sure why I was when I didn't do all that much to contribute to anything, but I decided to attend nonetheless. That's not true at all. I hear the food supplies that were delivered to Bose and Grandsill were done on your orders. That was particularly well received here, and we all know how dire things were at the time. You've got as much right to be here being thanked for your efforts as anyone else. It was? Well, that's certainly a relief to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know, Joshua. Phew, it's a relief to know I was able to contribute in some way after all. That said, do come back to Roland to visit, Joshua. I'm sure everyone would be overjoyed to see how you're doing. Yeah. Phew, it's finally all over. It just goes to show that if we endure, the goddess will eventually extend her hand of salvation to us all. That's reassuring to know. Poor Mr. Murdoch. I'm afraid we've still got a lot of work on our plate. The Orbment factories under ZCF are operating at less than 28% of their full capacity. Then we still need to finish rebuilding the capital systems, working on overhauling the Arcee. My workload's not looking lighter anytime soon. Oh, you needn't worry about us. The Academy suffered no major damage as a result of what happened. It was certainly a shock to the students, but they're all back to their usual cheery selves by now. Oh, I should have talked to Maybell first. I heard the Academy was actually occupied by armed assailants at one point. I was ever so worried when I first heard the news. Oh, she won't say anything. It is a pleasure to see you again, Joshua. You too, Lila. Have you been well? I have, thank you. Although I wish I could say the same for the mayor. She collapsed from overworking herself the other day. As such, I had no choice but to force her to take some time off work. That bad? I'm afraid so. She was finally able to rest and recover enough to my satisfaction. Thankfully, she's now returned to her duties. I assure you that she's in good hands. Left unattended, Mayor Maybell would likely work herself into her grave, so it falls to me to make sure that she rests when necessary. I am determined to make sure that she takes a good long rest after things have settled down enough in Bose. I assure you that she is in good hands. Cool. I guess we should get everybody else. Oh wow, there's Kevin, there's Dorothy. I was talking to Chloe, Mueller. Greetings, Joshua. You've done some fine work these past couple of weeks. The damage reports in the regions of Laboral you've been providing have proved invaluable in allocating personnel. I really can't thank you enough. Oh, you needn't thank me. By the way, Kurt, I feel like I need to say something regarding my bracer badge. As you probably already know, that what power I have was given to me by the society. Before becoming a bracer, I used it to commit many unforgivable crimes too. No matter how much I think about it, I just can't see how someone like me is fit to call himself a bracer. Except the funny thing is that the Bracer Guild looks at that in the same way I do. Who? Oh, your power came from an evil source. So? Are you using it for evil means now? No? Then fuck it. Okay, why do we care? It's one of the reasons why I like the Bracer Guild as an organization. They look at somebody with a dark past and they're just like, no. No, you're welcome to join because you're a good person now. Oh, you have a dark past. So? You know, Joshua, I've always seen power as an imperfect concept, and that's why I believe people are able to use it. Am I wrong? No, I suppose not. Then what difference is there between us? We are both keenly aware of our flaws, and yet we both use what limited power we have to do what we believe to be right. I see the difference. Well, I can't really argue with that logic. I still can't pretend to be completely confident in myself, though. Be that as it may, that's nothing to be ashamed of. You should simply continue striving to overcome it. And while this is but my personal opinion, I'd say you're a model bracer. Still, I'm feeling keenly these days just how much I need to improve myself. I'd love to go on some kind of extensive training program, but this hardly seems the time for that. Perhaps I'll bring up the matter with Elnon once things have calmed down a little. Speaking of, it's good to see you again, Elnon. I heard you're here as the Bracer Guild's representative today, is that true? Indeed. All of the other receptionists are busy, you see. I was the only one able to attend. That's too bad. Isn't it, though? It would have been a fine time for us to exchange information. But oh well. Oh, there's always tomorrow, as they say. Whoop. No, I didn't want to talk to you. The receptionists of all the other branches were too busy to come today, I'm afraid. It would have been nice to get together with them at some point and exchange info, but I suppose I'll just have to wait for another time. Wow, I didn't know Josette was from the nobility. I always pictured Erebonian nobles as being really stuffy and scary. No, she fits an Erebonian noble, actually. Full of herself, arrogant to a stupid extreme, and to the point where you just want to slam her face into the wall, all as hard as you can. You're being really intrusive today. You know that? Thankfully, that was all the empty cans. Ugh. Can this week just end already? God damn it. Anyways. But maybe there are a few cute ones mixed in there? Just that's not cute. She's ugly. Ugly. Ugly, Annalise. I'll put it to you like this, Annalise. You... even if we are to claim that you would love a stuffed animal more than me, I'd still sooner put a fucking wedding ring on your finger than on fucking Josette's. And I mean that sincerely. After all the work we've been doing lately, it's great to be able to come to a swanky place like this and put our feet up. The food's pretty good, too. It's wild just how much energy those two have. Are they always like this? Yeah. I swear, it's like watching two children squabble. Well, it's great that we're peaceful again and all, but I think these two are taking things a little too easy. Ha! I figured that'd be the case. Looks like I'm the most fit to be at this party after all, because I've been to plenty of high society gatherings wearing poofy dresses. Hey, don't make it sound like I've never worn a dress before, because I have, for your information. I just don't need to go around trying to convince everyone that I'm not a boy, unlike some people I could name. Try saying I look like a boy again and see what happens. Look, you two, I appreciate that you have your differences, but we're kind of in a really public, really high-class place here, so could you take this fight somewhere else? Shut up, Joshua! You realize he's trying to keep you two from being thrown out of the fucking party, right? God, I fucking hate Josette so fucking much. And the fact that Estelle effectively reverts to not being very well written whenever Josette is around is just headache-inducing. That's why Josette is a character that, in my opinion, is a character that will not be in my setting. None of the Kapuas are. And while losing Dawn is kind of No, I've got a better idea. I've got a way to have the Kapuas in there without resorting to, hey, let's have Josette, let's have a fucking cunt named Josette whose entire characterization is she fucking hates Estelle and she wants to fuck Joshua. And I stress is the way I say that because I distinguish lovemaking and fucking as two distinct things. Lovemaking is passion. There's passion involved. There's actual love and romance involved. Fucking is just sex. Said it before and I'll say it again. Josette's feelings for Joshua are lust. Nothing more, nothing less. Like, I may not agree with the, like as we were talking about earlier, I may not agree with I may not agree with Van and Agnes as a couple. And I don't. I stand behind that statement. I think they work better as business partners rather than as lovers. But at least I could see there being an actual romance there. Even if I disagree with it, right? It's the same reason why with Estelle and Joshua, when, people say, I don't really like them as a couple, I can fully understand that. I can fully understand and respect that. And I've been saying that, basically ever since I first fully played the Sky Trilogy, the entire Sky Trilogy. When I fully played through the entire Sky Trilogy, I had been saying constantly that, if it's, if you don't like it, I get it. Right? Because I do. And which is funny because I can see it in the reverse too. The one pairing I absolutely fucking hate, though. The one pairing I cannot stand in the least, though, is Tita and Agate. I find that dynamic just... I never want them to pull the fucking trigger on that. I want Tita to end up with anyone else. She could be in a freaking sapphic relationship with Ren for all the fucking difference it makes. As long as it's not Agate. Because I gotta be honest with you, there's only one character who if they actually tried to pair Tita with, I would actively be like, are you fucking kidding me? And would declare that the writers have officially lost their minds and they need to give up writing. More so than Agate. Agate works better as the big brother angle, as we've established. The character in question, by the way, is Albert. Albert from the Daybreaks. God, that fucker is such a moron. God, I hate him. Ugh. Hey, Joshua. I didn't expect to see you guys here. You were invited then? Sure was. An invitation just showed up out of nowhere. Here, you can imagine our surprise when we saw the thing. No way we were turning down some high-class grub, though, so we hurried on over. That's very like you. Not gonna deny it. That aside, thanks to Her Majesty pardoning us, we're now free to walk around in the open. Feels like we should be thinking about how to make a good, honest living for ourselves. That's not the first time you've said that. Something about wanting to start up a career service, right? Well, maybe, but that's not the only thing we could try out. Whatever we settle on, it should involve flying the skies. That's how we've lived so far, so I don't want to change it now. Still, the best thing about starting up a company is we'd be able to employ all the guys who worked under us while we were in the Sky Bandit business. I mean, I ain't saying it's going to be easy. We don't have any funding, and we don't know if we'll even be profitable once we do get things up and running. You're not going to hear me say no. All the complicated financial stuff goes right over my head, so you just don't count on me there. There, that might even be right up Josette's alley. I could see that, actually. Why, hello, Joshua. Tonight's party is hosted by Her Majesty in all her grace, so I do hope you'll enjoy yourself. Ah, just the man, just the man. Pardon? Oh? Is this the boy you were speaking of earlier? That's correct. This is Joshua. Joshua, I was just telling the ambassador here about your various accomplishments, Joshua. It is an honor to finally meet you. I am the resident Erebonian ambassador here in Liberl, Davil Kronya. It's nice to meet you. The tale of how you flew on top of that flying city, all while knowing it may be the last thing you did, brought tears to my eyes. How you were able to participate in an operation that may have brought your death, casting aside even your girlfriend's objections. I don't know. But I know this. Liberl needs more young men and women like you. Thank you for saying so, sir. Just what has the Duke been telling him? To be fair, I don't think Dunan's been saying anything bad about Joshua. I don't. I am not somebody who likes douche Dunan. I find him to still be a douche. But I don't... He actually has a brain. He actually, as of Sky 2, he started having a brain in his head, right? Amalthea's stupidity was something that he flat out was like, are you fucking kidding me? Get me the fuck away from this shit. I don't want any part of this shit. Her fucking plan is fucking stupid. So, yeah. She'll go without saying how touched I am to see such spirit from the youths of today. You are truly Liberl's greatest treasures. But all was ill that ended well, for by miraculous chance, the two were able to reunite. Ah, good evening to you. Thank you for making the time to attend tonight's banquet. Oh, not at all. How are you feeling now after having some time to recover, Philip? I'm feeling quite well. You're too kind. I do believe I may have overexerted myself. If that's how things are once you reach a certain age. I find myself wondering whether I will be able to do more if I were 30 years younger, but I suppose there's little point in doing so. I wonder what he looked like 30 years ago. Nope, sorry Philip, I can't picture it. I kind of would love to see an image of him in his prime. I would love to see that. Just something about that just is an appealing idea. The Duke has been much more has been a much more positive, forward-thinking man since that day. That fact alone makes all I did feel worthwhile. It feels like a huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders watching him now. And yeah, I actually do have to agree with that. He seems a lot less anti-Claudia than he was before. Like, it seriously felt like he was like, meh! Like, he was very much a women belong in the kitchen kind of sexist pig. Now I think he's willing to at least see that Claudia is giving it her all. I stand behind my statement. Claudia being the crown princess is like the best move they could have made. But, yeah. Ah, if it isn't Joshua. I was just discussing the aftermath of the crisis here with Major Vander. Fortunately, the Liberarch's collapse caused little direct damage by itself. That might not have been the case if there had been any ships on the lake at the time, but due in part to the orbital shutdown phenomenon, none were. The tsunami afterwards was quite small too. I would say we were rather fortunate. Estelle and I were able to see as much from when we traveled around the lakeshore. A few people were watching the city collapse. Watching the city collapse were caught up in a small number of fishermen were splashed with water, but that's about it. Indeed, if anything, the much greater problem was the confusion that came about as a result of losing orbital power. Liberal is, after all, one of the most advanced nations on the continent when it comes to orbital technology. For like another, what? Couple of years? Here's at absolute most? Like the absolute end of that being true, of that being true, in my opinion, is when Orcus Tower is completed over in Crossbell. And never mind the fact that Calvert's tech is actually advancing pretty quickly too. Admittedly. Ordinarily, that is one of our greatest strengths, but in this case, it worked against us. The crisis has now passed, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. Liberal's abundance of orbital technology ended up working against us this time, regrettably. The crisis has now passed, but that doesn't mean our work is done. We still have plenty ahead of us to take care of. The confusion created on Erebonia's southern edge as a result of the orbital shutdown phenomenon calmed itself down rather quickly. But over in Erebonia, no more is being reported about the city than that it was a mysterious floating object. Either the central government is still in confusion, and that's why it isn't releasing any more information, or they're pretty much keeping their mouths shut so they don't look bad. Both solutions work in my opinion. Miss Maid, I need some food. Oh, poor Dorothy. How's it going, Joshua? Hello, Jen. Thanks again for all the help you've been giving with the restoration efforts. I don't know what we would have done without you. Hey, think nothing of it. It's all part of being a bracer, really. Can't say how much longer I'll be able to lend a helping hand, though. Gotta pack up and head back home at some point. The political situation isn't exactly stable over there, you see. Yeah, understatement. Was that why Kiliko wasn't able to make it then? Yeah, the guild's receptionists are basically chained to their seats at the moment. Although, to be honest, I can't picture her getting all dressed up and coming to a party like this anyway. That would be interesting. I mean, to say the least. Kevin? I wasn't expecting you to still be in Liberal. Oh, sup? You were invited too, huh? Makes sense. So, having fun? You better be. Take it from me. If you don't make the most of times like these and eat your heart out, you're gonna regret it later. Thank you very much for all you did for me, Kevin. If you hadn't come to Liberal when you did, don't sweat it. Not like I did anything special. Glad to see all the side effects look about gone, too. You're looking spiffy these days, Joshua. So, yeah, just forget about owing me or whatever. It's all in the past now. I'm not sure I should ask this, but are you... Joshua? Joshua, I'm not going to be in Liberal for much longer, so this might be the last time we meet for a while. But I hope we'll get the chance to see each other again one day. Yeah, I hope so, too. Possibly in, the events of Sky 3, and, oh yes! Yes, hopefully Horizon, although I have no idea if Estelle and Josh were in that. Would not surprise me if they weren't, admittedly. Let's talk to Her Majesty. Good evening, Your Majesty. Thank you very much for inviting me today. Oh, not at all. I'm pleased to see you've come. I've been eagerly awaiting the day we could meet again. I hear you and Estelle have been traveling and helping with the restoration efforts? That's correct. We both wanted to see how things were across the kingdom with our own eyes. I'm glad we did, too, because now I can finally breathe a sigh of relief. If people really are strong, that they are. I have been queen for over 40 years, and the strength of liberal citizens continues to amaze me to this day. There are plenty who like to credit either my abilities as a ruler or orbital technology for this tiny nation's good fortune, but we would be nothing without its people. I wasn't the one who allowed us to overcome the recent crisis or the war 10 years ago, and neither was orbital technology. No, I believe it was the will of the people to live. That's what I believe supports our country, both then and now. People's will to live. Indeed. You were gracious enough to call this country your second home, Joshua. From now on, your will to live will be another great support for this nation. As its queen, that makes me happier than you can imagine. Thank you, Your Majesty. Your words mean a lot to me. My apologies, I didn't intend that to become such a serious discussion. I would much prefer for tonight to be a night of all the banquet's guests who enjoy rather than one for serious issues. Please, do try and enjoy your time here. If you would, Your Highness, a comment in celebration of the fact that the crisis is past now. Just nothing too formal, alright? I'd prefer something that brings out your bright and cheery nature. What? You'd like me to give a comment? Well, let's see. Looks like she's being interviewed at the moment. I should leave her for now. Right, because, yeah, obviously. Whoa, lag. Let's go talk to Sharon and Olivier. You two look comfortable. Oh, if it isn't Joshua, care to join us for a few drinks? Haha, don't be shy now. The night is only just beginning. But I wanted to see those exquisite amber eyes of yours swim before it comes to a close. I'm good, thanks. Just, no thanks. Ah, come on. We're at a celebratory banquet here. Don't be such a spoil sport. Oh, I know. Oh, why don't we have a few drinks to celebrate you becoming a senior bracer at the same time? It feels like it was ages ago, but we never did get to celebrate your promotion. Only Estelle's. Say, Shara, about Luciola. Silly Joshua, what are you getting all worried about her for? You really needn't be. Shara's right, especially not now. We all have our concerns and worries after all that happened over the past few weeks and months. But this is not the time to be thinking about them. This is the time to be making merry and drowning in fine drink. From sunset till sunrise. Right. I don't think there's ever a time we're not making merry as far as you're concerned. He's got a point, though. Oh, and while I've got the chance to say this to you, no more going off on your own, you hear? You have no idea how worried Estelle was about you after you last disappeared. I could barely bring myself to watch her. I won't. I've got no intention of doing anything like that again. I'm fine now. Well, if you say so. That docile expression of yours is so adorable, Joshua. Don't go showing off that face too much tonight, alright? Anywho, my food's almost here, so I am gonna go get it. I'll be back in a bit. Okay. Let's... Let us continue. Olivier, is it okay for you to be here in Liberal? I would have thought you'd need to be headed back to the Empire. Well, I will go back eventually. For now, however, I intend to savor the lingering feelings of this whirlwind of a ride. Remaining behind afforded me the chance to attend this wonderful party to boot. As you can see, my fine instincts have yet to fail me. Very true. Very true. Come on. Feels like no amount of alcohol is enough to get me drunk lately. I don't know what's up with me. On the positive side, though, maybe now I can actually beat Ina in a drinking contest. Trust her to find a positive in that. Ah, Joshua. I'm surprised to see you here, Dad. I thought you said it over the phone you wouldn't be able to attend because you were so swamped. Oh, swamped is an understatement. Transporting goods needed to get the country back in order, making sure every area has all the utilities it needs. I'm drowning in work. It's going to take a while longer before we can say Liberal is back to normal, too, I fear. Come to think of it, Estelle and I certainly didn't expect to find soldiers even in Liberal's smaller villages, so it threw us off of to see as much when we were helping out where we could. Doesn't come as a surprise if you're the one responsible, though. It should go a long way toward helping people feel at ease. It's times like these when we've got to do all we can for one another, and the Army's no different. With Ereboni and Calvard's internal political situations a mystery to us, the reorganization of the Army has had to be shelved for now. Damn nose. Ugh. My nose is just being irritable. Great. Still, no matter how busy a man is, everyone needs to kick back once in a while. So, make sure you make the most of tonight, Joshua. I think you need to kick back more than I do, Dad. Estelle's been pretty worried about you, you know. There's no need to worry about me. I'm hanging in there. In fact, I'd say I'm taking it too easy. Don't you worry about me. In fact, I'm taking it easy while passing along the tough jobs to you guys.
go. Okay, I think that's about everyone now. There were a few people I didn't get to talk to, though, so hopefully I can make another round to the party later, or once they're free. Oh, here we go. Come on, Dorothy. We're talking to the military guys next. Get a move on, woman. We haven't got all day. I don't feel too good. My stomach feels like a giant ball of water. That's what happens when you drink way too much in a short period of time, you idiot. But never mind that. We've got work to do. Okay. Joshua? Hey, Chloe. Finally got a bit of a break? It must be exhausting having to do interview after one after another. Well, I suppose it is a little. Not too bad, though. I've had to do a lot more of them ever since becoming Crown Princess, so I'm starting to get used to them. I can believe it. Feels like I've been seeing your face in all kinds of papers and magazines lately. I think anybody would learn to adjust after a while. Well, you know. It probably won't be too long before it starts to die down, so just hang in there. All you can really do is grin and bear it until then, unfortunately. Yes, I know. That's exactly what I intend to do, too. I swore to myself that I would do all I could to help and protect this country's people. Accepting a few interviews here and there is the easy part. Well, if you say so. You really are strong. I'm not so sure about that. I still feel as if I'm doubting myself a lot of the time. Like I just have to keep going out of my comfort zone, feeling reckless with every push. Maybe so. Still doesn't change the fact that you're strong. Not to me, anyway. I remember the strength you showed trying to protect Clem when we first met, too. Thank you. I nearly forgot about that. Maybe now would be the best time after all. Oh. Something on your mind, Chloe? Could I have a little of your time, Joshua? I've got something I want to say to you. Sure. Okay. This way, then. Is it just me, or does she seem kind of bothered by something? Where's Estelle right now, anyway? I got stomachs to spare. Oh, she's picking up the pace. This could get interesting. Whose side are you on, anyway? I guess I can just leave her as she is for now. She seems pretty, occupied. I should go see what Chloe wants, then. Have I done something to make her angry, though? I don't feel like I have. No. It's not anger, Joshua. This is, something else. So, Chloe, what was it you wanted to tell me? Look, if I've done something to offend you, I'm sorry, alright? I love you, Joshua. What? Well... That was something she needed to finally say. I'm sorry. I'm happy you feel that way, but don't worry. I knew exactly how you were going to respond before I said anything. I just felt like I had to get that out before I could really start moving on. Sky sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it? How long have you, felt that way? Say, Joshua, if you had met me before Estelle, do you think you would have, no. I do love that he just lays it out flat. I'm pretty sure that never would have happened. I don't know if I agree, honestly. I think that's an interesting, what if kind of AU scenario. But, yeah. Sorry. I told you, don't worry. I can't deny there's a part of me that wants to keep you all to myself. But even if that were possible, I don't think it would be what I truly wanted. Because when it comes down to it, I really love both you and Estelle. That's partly why I wanted to see that troubled face of yours one last time. It was worth the effort to bring out too. That was probably the best expression I've seen to date. You can be kind of a bully sometimes, you know that? Maybe. This feels like the most fun I've had in some time. So, what's on your mind, Joshua? What? Yeah, I can easily tell you're worried about something. My instincts are quite sharp, or so I'd like to believe. Besides, I was watching you the whole time I was handling that interview earlier. Oh. How exactly am I supposed to take that? Still, you're hiding something, aren't you? Are you planning on doing something all on your own again? Your instincts are sharp, all right. It still surprises me from time to time, too, but you're definitely up there. Well, that's just how us girls are. So come on, tell me what's troubling you. It's nothing that major, really. I intend to leave the borough by the end of the month. But why? The country is finally at peace now. That's exactly why I think this is the right time. Ouroboros seems to have completely withdrawn from the country, and the restoration efforts are coming along smoothly. So maybe it's about time for me to leave on a journey of my own. It's taken me a long time to get this far, but I've finally been able to start thinking of myself as a person and not some kind of broken doll. I was finally able to achieve the very thing everyone wanted for me. That's been both a good thing and a bad thing. Good in that I finally feel human, bad in that my heart's been aching in a way that it never did before. Broken dolls can easily look away from all of the terrible things they've done, but I can't do that anymore. Oh. That's why I need to go on this journey around the continent, so I can work towards atoning for all that I've done. So I can start embracing the people the person I am now, in the truest sense of the word. I see. But if you do that, it means you won't be able to see Estelle for a while. Yeah, I know. It might not even be for a while. Could be for a long time. I'm still not sure how to break that to her either. That's the part that's on my mind right now. The funny thing is that it's still, like, because this takes place before the post-credit scene of Sky 2, by the way. That's why you're like, that's why, you know, you might view this and go, wait, what? But obviously when he breaks it to her, she's like, yeah, no, I'm coming with you. And of course that's her reaction. Why wouldn't it be? You still got a lot of growing to do, young man. Huh? If you ask me, you should just tell her in the way that comes most naturally to you. You don't have to write some big speech in your head in advance. Speak to her from your heart. You believe in her, don't you? No matter how you phrase it, she'll understand. All you have to do is get those words out there. You owe that much to her, or if you love her. You know that, right? Yeah, I do. I really am hopeless, aren't I? You shouldn't have to tell me something that obvious. You wouldn't be you if I didn't have to tell you. Plus, that kind of thing's part of why I love you too. Please stop teasing me. Just remember, it'll be okay. If anyone knows, it's Estelle. Although, if you ask me, she'll... Joshua, where are you? Oh, there you are. Look at these. They're Josette's goggles. I took them from her as spoils of war. I'm glad you were having fun, Estelle. Make sure you give those back to Josette later, okay? Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Tune in to next week's issue to find out. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Chloe? I suppose it's about time I return to the banquet now. You can have Joshua back now, Estelle. Sure? Hey, Chloe? So, I'm not sure how best to put this either, but... Thanks. I'm glad I was able to talk to you like this. Really, I am. Oh. You're very welcome. Well then, I wish you both a very pleasant night. The heck? So Joshua, what did you two, talk about? Oh, nothing much. She just gave me a bit of much-needed motivation. Oh, really? That sure clears things up. It's been 5 years, and Estelle has believed in me for every single one. And I believe in her too. Ah, no it doesn't! What motivation? Estelle, I've got something I need to tell you. Huh? I'm all ears. What's up? Well, you see... Oh! Wow, fireworks, they're so pretty. There's so many of them, too. see it still. I really love that door. I really do. It's such a good, that is such a good door. Or, my opinion. Luxurious, the recipe for luxurious lunch. 3500 Mira. Alright. Well, this should take us to the third plane. Funny how this warp ended up being in the exact spot that device to seal the Oriel was in the real world. Device? Are you referring to the first barrier mentioned in that report? Yeah. The one designed to temporarily freeze it in another dimensional space. Although, unfortunately for the guys who pulled it off, it looks like even that wasn't enough to stop the Gospels being able to influence it. I see. We still don't know what happened to the Oriel either. There seem to be so many who think that the Libra arc collapsing means that the Oriel itself is no more, too. Which is possible, I suppose. All we really know is that judging by how shaken Weissman was, something unexpected happened. Beyond that, nothing. I fear Professor Weissman may be the only one who knows the truth about exactly what happened. Although I don't have the faintest idea where he could be now or what he's doing there. What? But the report said quite clearly, no one in the church is sure what happened to him either. It's still being looked into. Still, I think it's fairly safe to say that Weissman isn't involved in what's happening right here. If he were, I'm sure he'd be openly reveling every second of this. Because you know what kind of guy he is. That's true. He doesn't really have anything to gain by wearing a mask like that, I suppose. We've got too many unanswered questions at this point. All we can do is keep looking for answers. The less we know, the more we have to be on guard, though, so we'd best be careful. Right, Reese? I suppose so. That part is interesting. Where are we now? Something similar to the J corridor here by the look of it. Kevin, over there. Golden and silver roads. A golden and a silver gate? Oh, this is foreboding. Again? Oh. Ghost we saw in Grand Cell. Visitors from afar. Bearers of the Grail emblem. Can you hear me? Yeah, we can. Before you stands the entrances to the twin corridors. Proceed through them both in sync, or never shall you reach the dark depths beyond. I entrust their operation to the monument before you. Step forth into the corridors. There's the power of the Grail with you, and move onward. But beware. Once you have stepped through the doors, the trial must be completed. Oh. Well, that's one question answered. That voice we've been hearing all this time was hers. Although, now the next question is, who is she anyway? Whoever she is, she gave us some valuable advice on how to proceed. Step forth into the corridors, the powers of the Grail with you, and move onward. And I say we take her up on that advice. Moving in sync means we're going to have to split up, though. Or more like Reese and I have to each take a door, or at the same time, well, you guys tag along with whoever. That's how I took it too. If we don't do it the way she said, I doubt we'll be able to advance. Heh, that they sure aren't making it easy for us, huh? That means we're going to need to split up. Split up us too, so that you guys don't go in alone. It's still not the most ideal situation when there are only 4 of us, and things are so dangerous. But if that's what we have to do. Why not ask the rest back in the garden to help us? That way we could form 2 groups of 4, and that should hopefully be good enough for any challenge up ahead. But that voice said that Kevin and I needed to be the ones who stepped through the gates. Sure, but that's all she specified, that you and me needed to go through different ones. She didn't say anything about what these guys have to do. Plus, there's no telling what's waiting for us on the other side. We could use their help. Alright then, thank you. Not a problem. So, what should we do? Should we call everyone here right away? Even if we did, I wouldn't blame them if they wanted some time to prep before heading out. Especially since I've got a hunch that once we go through those gates, there's no going back out. So instead of calling them here, let's go back to them. Then we'll come here once we feel up to the challenge. The third plane. The dungeon on this plane requires you to form 2 parties, with Kevin and Reese as their leaders in order to advance. Each of the characters you have at this point will be needed to be placed in one of these parties. Furthermore, after beginning the dungeon, you won't be able to return to the garden until it's complete. To begin exploring, inspect the monument at the start of the third plane and choose Explore Third Plane. No, I'll keep that. not like long lists, so we're just going to do so. Yeah, admittedly, this is... What's funny is that this is the first party split thing. If anything, I kind of wish the game had more of these. Yeah, but still, I mean, I don't really have to worry about her too much. I get so much of this that it's just, yeah, no. Okay. God, that's a 300-point boost. Boost to Julia's attack. go. Hello, oh Deathblow 1. How you doing? Good of you to join us. Wasn't expecting you to join us, but you joined us, so awesome. Forced to have you in the party, Josette. Ed, you're gonna be frickin' useful. No, if anybody's getting cast too, it's Chloe. Okay, you could both use... Okay, hang on. Aww. Hey, look who finally has dark matter. Okay. Are you going to tell me which one's which? Actually, before I do that. Because I had been neglecting something, so... Dungeon, each of the characters you have at this point will need to participate. Yes. Oh, frick, it doesn't tell me. It doesn't tell me. Damn it! So, there is one thing that kind of sucks about this. And that is, it doesn't actually tell you about the thingy. What I mean is it doesn't tell you about the whatchamacallit. The advantages of the split, you know? Let's see. Oh. Oh. I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Huh. Never mind. I thought that there was like most guides recommended that you have like your mages on one team and your melees on another, but no, it doesn't say anything about that. Huh. Alright, never mind. Alright. Let's see. Who's joining Kevin? You know what? We'll have Joshua. We'll have Joshua, Tita, and Mueller. Mueller join this team. And we'll have Chloe, Julia, and Josette. Ugh. Although, I could be even meaner. Actually, I'm going to be even meaner. Do it. No, I'm going to be even meaner. Do it. I'm going to further put... I'm going to further piss and shit all over Josette. Chloe's going to join Joshua. Oh, it's reacting to us. Well, now all that's left is to head through the doors and see what awaits us. You ready to go, Reese? I am. Kevin? Huh? What's up? Oh, I get it. Gonna feel all lonely without me to cuddle up against? Not a chance. It's nothing. Let's just get this over with. Yes, ma'am. Alright, time to make our way through this plane. See you guys on the other side. Till then, take care. There's every chance we might find ourselves face to face with another devil, too. So stay on guard and proceed cautiously. Right. Alright, let's do it. So we can choose whichever road we want to do first. We'll do Kevin's. we go again. Ah! Oh, come on, really? Really? Really, OBS? That is an OBS thing. What? Oh, unless... Oh, no, it did. Are you serious? Oh, that's not good. I should have kept the chat up. Are you fucking kidding me? Thankfully, I had some data. Oh, are you fucking for real right now? You know what? I'll give it a few minutes. I'll at least give it a few minutes and see if the internet comes back. So, YouTube, this is your exclusive. This is your exclusive this time. So, enjoy. Are you fucking kidding me? Enjoy this status effect fetish bullshit. Bullshit that is this fucking bullshit. Fuck. And I hate this. I really do. Phew, that takes care of them. Just what were they? Just what were they? They weren't ordinary monsters anyway. That reminds me of the prank-loving gremlins that appear in folklore. Perhaps that's what they actually were? It's possible. First skeletons, then armored knights, then ghosts, and now gremlins. This place sure is all about that folklore. And not the pleasant kind at that.
That's that. Let's move out.
Yeah, this is really looking like I'm not gonna have internet. Oh. Oops. Oh well, whatever. Need to change that. Makes sense that they would have that be the first thing they...
Alright, what's next?
do on that. Alright. Drill bomb. Yay! Ugh. Oh, god damn it. I mean, at least I got rid of him, I guess, but...
Well, that takes care of that. We did it!
Tia's just kind of playing catch up right now. A little bit. She's not super underleveled, but because she's only 2 levels below, but... Yeah, that's looking like I'm not going to be coming back up at any point. Why is it that every time I go to stream the frickin' Sky Trilogy, there is some tech issues? And it's not even like there's tech issues with, like, the games. I still don't know what the hell Lore's on about with that shit. Like, I really don't know what the fuck he's talking about when it comes to that. Okay, so at a loss of 5 dex and 5 agility, I'm gaining 100 attack. You know what? I'd say that's fine. Because 100 attack is actually not bad. That is not a bad addition. Silver earring. Please do not take without permission. Thank you. Sure. 100 of each septif. I'm probably gonna go to the end of this, at the end of this version of this thing, and then I'm just gonna be like, no, I'm done.
Well, that takes care of that.
Because, yeah, it's looking like I'm not gonna have internet.
I run no more. That's that. Let's move out.
I do love that the Deceptive gain is so frickin' lucrative in this one. Like, hot damn.
I've got to give it my all. Okay. Now, light of the heavens, radiant blast!
But yeah, as much as I hate having a session that's only like less than 3 hours long, I guess I have no choice. What the hell? By the way, that is why I stand behind my triple negative for that garbage. Fuck this. This is one of the many reasons I don't like the encounter design.
I hold in my hand the chalice of light.
And it's one of the reasons I cannot stand the encounter design in this thing. Like, at all.
We're not done yet.
Joshua levels, so that's cool. Oh look, it's another door. Bring me the man who talks with his fists. Only then shall the door open. That, I'm pretty sure, is our martial artist on the team, who, obviously, we haven't got. Also, why the hell is my encoding overloading? Coding. Just makes no sense.
All right, what's next?
Okay. Fucking die already.
We didn't!
Okay. Tiger Heart. I forget what that is. Strength plus 200, defense plus 100, cost of 100, arts, strength and arts, there's defense, which prevents seal. So if you have somebody who you don't care about having as an arts user, that's perfect for them. 1,000 Mira, and 100 of each Septif. Yeah, it's looking like I'm never gonna get the... oh! Wait. Wait, are we back? No, we're not back. Motherfucker. I was hoping, but no, we're not back. You know what, I'll keep going a little bit. I mean, there isn't anything happening story-wise, is other than the folklore, the fact that we're fighting folklore enemies, which, I mean, that's neat and all, but it's not exactly what I would call noteworthy
That's that. Let's move out.
dialogue. Ugh. Curia bomb. Another fucking encounter.
I've gotta give it my all! Okay! Oh, Aedius, great Septian overseer, shine down thy radiance and smite those who oppose us. Divine light, grant me the strength to punish the wicked. Satsuma! Nicely done.
Oh wow, Kevin's almost leveled again. Hey, I'm Bo. What? What's this doing here? What's wrong, Kevin? No, I was just impressed by how nice this bow gun is. I'm gonna get some good use out of this baby. Plus 100 to his strength. His range will go up by 1. His dex will go up by 15. And his art strength will go up 25. Damn. Yeah, you're right, Kevin. You will get some good use out of that. I love Tito's AoE at the white damage. Fuck!
Not done yet.
Fucking status effect fetish loving fuckers. Ugh. Yes, they have a fetish for it and they fucking love their fetish. Go to hell. Oh, my dear. Oh, God, Tita. We gotta upgrade you, my dear. Joshua, you're okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just call it here. My internet said fuck off, so... Sorry, guys. Oh, God. Fucking damn it, I hate this. I hate everything about this. Well, I think that's my cue to go do some grocery shopping. Upping. That fucking sucked. Ugh. I'm just gonna bow out. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hopefully my internet will be back by then, and hopefully we'll go ahead and we'll finish up the Gold Road. Until next time, Blue Wolf Alex the Lore Walker signing out. Have a good one.